How are you?
Okay.
Sure. Yes, I saw that you joined. There is some technical issue that every time I'm trying to log in into the meeting, it just kind of drops. So I restarted my browser, and could you please also re-enter the link that was sent to you?
Alright. Okay.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Hi.
Good afternoon again. Apparently there is some technical issue because I'm checking the emails right now to see how can I contact the IT department. Meanwhile, I would really love to check in with you because we haven't seen each other last week. Maybe over the phone will also work at this time due to the circumstances. How are you doing in London?
Alright. I'm gonna have to go at 1 anyway because I made plans. So.
Okay, yeah, that works. I just wanted to catch up a little bit with you to check in. How was the moving in and out? Did they finish this construction work that was planned?
No, they're starting soon now. They're starting sooner now than I thought. So I have to pretty much pack everything over like the weekend and stuff, but that's not like a real problem unless I run into somebody trying to stop me.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? Someone is trying to find you?
No, I said packing up, like just packing my own stuff. It's not really a big deal to me unless somebody like gets in my way. Unless somebody's fighting me and preventing me from doing it, I wouldn't have a problem doing that. So I'm sure I'm gonna get all my stuff packed up. That's not the problem.
I see. Okay. Is anyone there sent to help? Maybe not packing, but moving boxes away so they are.
Oh, they're gonna move the boxes themselves. I just have to pack them. They have like a whole team of storage and stuff. So they're gonna move the boxes. They just, they need them like packed.
Okay. I see. Well, it sounds like a challenge. How are you keeping up with it? Were you able to speak to someone from the building also to see how they're dealing with this? Because it's a challenging task.
I'm not sure why this had to be like why they needed to task themselves with this. So I don't really need to speak to them about it. I know I have FBI harassment issues, and if you want to talk about anything dramatic that happened, my friend fell down the stairs and he was in the hospital for like a week. I don't know if, so that was like a lot of drama, Other than that, there hasn't really been anything new happening, but I just feel like if I was going to ask any of these people anything, I'd ask them like, I actually thought about asking you, like, how do you guys feel about like the social takeover with Trump firing everybody?
Honestly, I don't really feel anything about it because I don't read the news and I prefer just to do my work day by day. Like if there will be some grand situation that I need to be aware of, I'm just kind of, just scrolling down those news. It is devastating and it might cause a little bit of anxiety. But also,
to me, it's like the opposite. It's really a weird situation because people keep like pointing their fingers saying that like he's the totalitarianism, he's the Nazi pig. But to me, it's almost like he's helping the little people like me. Because there is corruption.
At this very moment, there were no new rules or governmental orders related to specifically mental health. So I am not concerned as much yet and trying, just to live day by day and do my best every day. And read maybe some positive news, and I'm back to reading more positive books because it is very intense and I see that people feel this tension. And, the amount of police officers on the stations and people feeling a little bit tense. I do see that.
Because a lot of the problems, they need the police now in the stations. I actually just this morning watched a video about like subway crimes and stuff. They do need them, and it was like they were talking about mental health and stuff. It's so like crazy, and I don't understand exactly what's going on, but I know as like a victim that a lot of the problems, maybe even a lot of the mental health issues were caused by like fraud and corruption and money laundering, and there's like a lot of it in the city. So if anybody ever asks me for my name or my witness, I'm here and I'm about it, because like I don't know how to live without somebody fixing this.
The question is, how do you feel about it? Do you feel that there is any changes in your life? Have you spoken to anyone that, I don't know, maybe some, the future for the benefits, the future for the housing situation, anything that is concerning you specifically right now?
Well, I already told you that's part of my grief, and my gripe is nobody speaks directly to me because I'm a civilian. you know? So it's very, very hard dealing with that stress, you know? So nobody speaks to me about any of this. It's just I'm one of those people who wouldn't really be affected because I'm not this middle class that's doing a bad job. I'm really poor. I can't get a job because these people are oppressing me. You know, that's different. And I wish some of them would understand this, but it all comes down to even deeper social mechanics of people's values somehow dramatically changed. And like, we want to huddle in this giant like hug pile, but we don't want to be conscious about it. So, you know, when you go outside, you look around, it sort of looks like dirty and stupid. Like anywhere, you know, not just my neighborhood, because I was watching videos of like the city and stuff.
Well, watching video also, mind you, there is certain correlation between doom scrolling and reading the news that intended to set you to a certain mood.
I'm not a cynic. This actually alleviates a lot of this anxiety because like circa like 2016, I remember people were saying there is no crime. The crime's getting lower. There is no crime. And yet people were attacking me. Like assaulting me. And I reported it, but somehow there is no crime. Sometimes the cops wouldn't take the reports or something too. I don't know. So this to me feels better. And like in fact, like those other cities where like the shit hit the fan, like we would not even know about them. I don't have the money to travel. I've been watching like YouTube videos of like, you know, like fentanyl crisis and stuff in like US cities and stuff. I love it when people just go out in the street with their GoPro and just go walk around because that's the most honest kind of news that could be. Even if they don't comment on it, you know?
Yeah. Lately, in this last couple of weeks, was there anyone who specifically was trying to, I don't know, speak rudely to you or any uncomfortable interaction?
I let that go because people like that flippant, I'm pretty sure they can't pull authority either, you know? But what's like eating away at me is like what I said, like I witnessed like my friend tumble down the stairs and I have theories as to why that could have happened. And I'm pretty sure if somebody else was like watching this and aware, they would too. It's like these people are here to sabotage us. And it's just, that's all it is, and it's very, very difficult to live with, you know, and you have to be like very aware and very on your toes to prevent them from hurting you, from hurting your health. You have to, and that's on top of having to budget, you know. So
yeah,
if you're asking me how I feel, how do you think I feel? I feel used a little by the system.
Can you repeat that?
I feel a little bit used by the system.
Used by the system.
I feel like I put in, I didn't get back. Like I've worked. I'm not a bad person just because I've been out of a job for a while. You know, I've been kind, and the least I could say I've been conscious, you know. Maybe some people don't like me because, you know, I don't know why. Maybe I'm emotional and they're just set to some other team.
Where is this conversation of not being a bad person because of not working for a bit coming from? Has anyone mentioned this to you, like somewhat, you know, maybe in a petty way, or diminishing you, or where is this coming from? I'm just trying to understand.
I know people's nature, and I know that if they were given the authority and even like rewarded to harass someone and tell someone what to do, they'd pick on me. They'd say, oh, you don't have a job, you have children, when there's much more evil people and they somehow get by and they look nice and clean and fresh, and they take care of all their bills. And in this bureaucracy, it looks like spanky nice, but I don't know if I would like these people to like be working, so that's why I brought this up, because this Trump agenda, it seems to me like they want to bring back like real people, like they want people to care, not like this free for all, this disorganized mess.
It is important in moments like this to base all of the thinking process to direct it by facts, because I understand how you might feel vulnerable about it and thinking that what people might think, but until these people or anyone, it's not anyone's business. Nobody knows your personal details. You might as well, maybe you're looking for a job right now. Maybe you will start a job soon. This is nobody's business, and especially if you don't want to discuss it.
But how could you, like, if you're being sabotaged, like, as an impoverished person, like, if all this, like, like, prejudice, it's all superficial, and the reality is that you're going to be looking at some schmuck that is judging you,
So
we have to put it into perspective, like how much these people are making, did they have appropriate tolerance training, things of that nature. And that's just superficial shit, because there are FBI agents and they're not supposed to be harassing people. And they take this harassment as their like active duty, and I really, really want to hurt them.
So we're talking about the society and people more rather than the system. Is that correct?
I'm not sure what you just said. Can you tell me what you just said?
In this case, we're talking more about society and the people rather than the system.
Well, it should be one and the same, because it should be one and the same. We should consider their emotions. We should consider their cultures, their emotions, everything. How much they get paid, what authority they have, but with the FBI, with a large percentage of the city actually being FBI employees, it kind of makes it like what the hell for some people. So I just stopped being paranoid about it. That's the only thankful thing that's really happened, and people are coming out of the woodwork, so I kind of have to go.
I am just hoping that you still have something that grounds you, some daily routines in moments like this, in moments of frustration, and when it's unclear, when the future seems a little blurred. I'm just hoping that there is something that you can do every day for yourself that brings you peace, even if it's a little bit of a morning ritual, a cup of tea, or your favorite TV show, or your favorite newspaper or book, anything.
All right. I'll take that.
Right. Something that brings you back to right now, because of course, when thinking about it, it sounds overwhelming. It sounds that there is no end to those problems.
That's the thing. I just I don't think like talking to you, it's more of like about emotion, for something to happen, somebody else would have to pull the strings.
To somebody else, meaning who?
Like if somebody in the FBI said, oh, this person from way back when, let's start an investigation. We still have this whole file. Let's start a internal affairs investigation, say.
But why do you think this will happen?
I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful. With the Trump agenda, I'm more hopeful.
Yeah, because it sounds that there are so many things going on right now. Would you personally say that the war updates and something is about to happen?
The war on what? The war on what?
Well, No, not the war. Do you think personally that something will happen?
You said something about the war.
The war. No, I said there are so many things going on right now in the agenda.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think made you think there will be something started about you? Is there anything?
There should be because there should be because I've been here forever and I put in a complaint in 2010. There should be like an official complaint. They must have docketed it because they took it from me. Like a state police agent took it from me. I don't know. Do they crumple them and throw them in the trash bin? Those complaints or what? You know. So there should be, and I understand. I put it in perspective. This is, a lot is happening, but at least something's happening. And I just wanted to talk to somebody because a lot of people are like panicking, but now people know how we feel, like how the oppressed feel. Like we feel like, oh, okay, well, a recession that we don't notice, because they said, like last week, they said we were going into a recession, but I didn't really didn't feel the immediate effects of it. It must be like panicky people, like, that maybe were doing something shady. They were doing something shady.
Well, that's okay. You see how we started from like your updates on this renovation thing, and we got back to the conversation of what's going on in the country. I think it will be important for us to maybe shift the direction of our sessions and maybe have you this safe space where you can talk and share these frustrations and worries. What do you say?
What are you saying to me? I should only talk about the moving?
No, I'm saying the opposite. I think we should sometimes give space specifically to discuss topics like this, something that is bothering you on the level of the country and the state and what's going on in the world, to just be dedicated to this topic specifically. Does this sound a good idea?
Not really. I don't want to be dedicated to any one specific topic with you because you're here for me emotionally, supposedly, and I'm not sure, that's going to help me. Why do I have to stay on this one topic? Why can't I talk about, like, my frustrations from wherever? Because, I have enough frustrations.
Okay, that also sounds fair to me, and of course...
Because, like, I would talk to you, like, next week I would say, oh, I want to talk to you about this some more, but what if something, like, really, like, priority happens, and it's not even, like, politics? Which I would admire people for noticing, So, yeah, that's all I meant.
Of course, I wanted to clarify that it's okay to talk about anything, pretty much. Whatever is there, it's okay to say it out loud and, just to share for a few minutes. But as of now, we need to finish up for today. And hopefully next week there will be no technical issues, and I will see you same time. 12:30, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Lana. Have a great week.
You too.